That's how I feel.
This is a good matchup, and it's national TV.
We're running out of shit to talk about. That's why we're talking.
Los Angeles Lakers at the Dallas Mavericks Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. These two teams.
I wish the Mavericks were playing someone else.
They're doing pretty well against the Jazz today. Can you check that? Who won today, the Jazz or the Mavericks?
Yeah,
I didn't get to finish that. So these two teams have split the last two games this season, both being decided by 5 points or less.
Which is weird.
Well, in the beginning, the Lakers were on a little bit of a run, and so they were able to win that one. But then the Mavericks definitely got the next one. Russ has been coming into his zone after being a scapegoat for the season so far. Then helped LA get a win over the Raptors in OT.
The Mavericks won 114-100.
Yeah, they were up by 10 the last time I was checking. They got a win over the Raptors in OT and over the gritty Cavs like we were mentioning beforehand. Meanwhile, Luka drops 37 in his last couple appearances.
32,
and the Mavs
10-5 against the Jazz.
Right now?
Jesus.
32, 10-5.
Jalen Brunson had 22. Reggie Bullock had 23. And then Donovan Mitchell
nice.
had 32 minutes with 12 points. Fuck.
Damn. Ah, man.
God.
I really love that guy, too.
The
Mavs.
Tired of Utah.
The Mavs lost 2 in a row until today's win, which was, it seems like a nice one against and it was a playoff invocation. They were fighting for position. They were both around the same type of seed when it comes to the playoff brackets. So, again, though, they lost 2 consecutive games since the early February. So they've been on a roll here. But I would just love to ask, let's start off with Steven here. And I know I think everybody already knows how he feels, but who is scarier in the playoffs?
This is a question.
I got that just right. Yes.
Question, bro. Come on.
Yes.
I can't believe this is a question, bro. The Mavericks. Who cares if the Lakers even make the playoffs? We're holding on to the 10 seed.
Barely, yeah.
Barely.
And you think and you're asking me who's scarier?
Okay. I'll give. You want to keep going, or is that it?
No, yeah, bro. Look, even okay, last season I can chalk up. Yeah, injuries. All right, it was what it was. Injuries. This season, it's not injuries. This is not a good team.
Yeah.
Period. Every week, we win a game. Someone wants to say, hey, maybe the Lakers will turn it around. You guys have been saying that for 2 months now, and it has not turned around.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, bro. We're not good.
Yeah. And when I'm watching them, it doesn't look like that. And then when I do see them, though, sometimes they show flashes. But let me say this much, because I said this in the beginning of the season. I'm telling you, they show flashes, but it's not good enough.
What are
it's
flashes?
Never good enough. And on the offensive side, their defense is awful. On the offensive side, their defense is awful.
Full of a bunch of 30-year-olds.
But think about it. When you get into the playoffs, everything slows down.
Yeah.
It gets a little bit more tight. Mm-hmm. And then when you got the talent, and I say this in the beginning of the season, and I like to stay consistent because it's kind of like when you pick something and then the game goes on and people go on runs, but you still know overall that this team was supposed to win or favored to win in the beginning of the game. Cool. So in the beginning of the season, for me, I seen a lot of talent. I seen people with experience, and they can lock in, it feels like.
Hey.
And for me, I'm just saying, if Anthony Davis comes back, you got them championship pedigrees.
Don't get me started with it.
LeBron, you know LeBron.
I'm not taking AD slander, but it does not matter if Anthony Davis comes back. Because if Russ is on the team, we're going to lose.
But Russ is starting
I'm
to
not
turn it
blaming.
around.
Look.
He's doing a lot better than what he was doing in the middle
What
season.
did Houston do when Russ was on their team and the Lakers beat him? Russ stand in the corner. And we let him stand in that corner, and he bricked a bunch of shots.
Yeah,
that's going to happen to us.
Covering him.
That's going to happen to us. They're not going to cover him.
I get you.
Like you said, it slows down. Okay, we're going to slow down and see a way to stop the Lakers. Okay, make Russ shoot the ball every time.
Yeah.
Come on.
Do you think Frank Vogel, gets, the boss to be like, hey, Russ, we're really going to, put you on a tight leash when it comes to the playoffs here? Because obviously, we all know that you're not the weakest link per se on the team, but you're the most exposed.
They've given Frank Vogel more power to do things with Russ's minutes, but also, from what I'm hearing, Russ is also defiant in things that's being asked of him, and that's a problem. So
that's what sucks,
So
man.
if he wasn't being defiant and not wanting to adjust his role or do some things differently to make the team better, then then there's no point in dealing with him. And there's no reason to feel like, oh, what we're seeing on the court can really get that much better if people really don't want to sacrifice on roles, Because he could have. What if Russ has been coming off the bench this whole year? That could have been totally different. It could get it. Maybe we're better because of it, but we don't know. He's never tried it.
Yeah, and I here's the thing. I totally agree with you. I think that recency is bias, right? Whatever you do for me lately, and you're correct on a lot of things of what you're saying. What I'm ultimately trying to say is that in the beginning of the season, I've seen a lot of talent, and a lot of people had different projections for them. Russ recently has been doing a lot better efficiency-wise, and he also kept you guys in the game when it came to the 76ers game. So for what I'm trying to say is that they can be a little scary because they can be a little undervalued right now. And if Anthony Davis comes back nice, like they can turn it into something.
You mean
a little
fully
bit
healthy?
Look,
yeah, fully
okay.
healthy, nice. Look, just do something.
You mean fully
Just
healthy?
because they have court set.
Look.
And that's a big anchor when it comes to the
I
defensive side of the ball.
appreciate that you were trying to sell the Lakers this way, but bro, we're gonna
I agree.
Say
with
this
you.
happens. We
I'm
get
saying
in
I
as
agree.
a seed. Okay, we play Phoenix first. Get the fuck out of here. We don't want to see them, bro.
Yeah.
We don't want to see Phoenix. Not with this roster right now.
And
No.
y'all played Phoenix last year, too?
season's roster, I feel confident we could have beat them. This roster couldn't hold a candle to Phoenix, bro. We'll get smoked. We get smoked.
So it would be the first or second. So it's Grizzlies or the Suns. Yeah, that's tough. I just and I
the
said
Grizzlies
it,
been punking us this year too.
Yeah.
It's true. They've been punking a lot of people, so don't feel too bad. What I said was in the group chat was, I just can't see all this talent and just have that first round exit. It sucks to. I feel for you as a fan of those players, all those together, and you can't get out the first round. I just can't see it. But hey, it looks like it's gonna happen. Do you have any last words on this?
Nah, I mean, Okay, next game we got here.
Okay, can I say this real quick?
Yeah, go
Despite
ahead.
Lakers averaging more steals and blocks, Mavs lead the Lakers in defensive rating, 108 to 112.
I wonder how we did that.
So, yeah, I guess it's more bad on the actual play rather than let's get these like little highlights types of things, right?
Bro,
Numbers don't speak for that.
The games aren't watchable, dog.
I love how this was who's scarier in the playoffs, Dallas or Lakers, and we were just talking about the Lakers and how bad they are.
That
funny.
answered the question right there.
Yeah, right.
Who's scarier?